Hi guys, this video is going to be about polarity and about how sometimes going through negative situations makes us appreciate the positive ones more, and also how making the wrong decisions help us make the right decisions. So all of this came about because I was watching a reel on Instagram in which somebody was talking about some really hard years that he's recently been through. And now he has gotten together with somebody that he went to high school with. He's probably in his 50s or 60s. They've reconciled and they've gotten married. And I know her as well. And she's also been divorced and through a tough time. And how much they appreciate all of their moments because of what they've been through and everything that they've lost. And it got me thinking about, do we really appreciate what we have and the decisions that we make that are right for us if we've never had tough times, if we've never been able to compare it to something else that we've been through that's been really negative and really challenging and has really rocked us to the core. So in thinking about not only appreciating what we have and taking care of that, right? So tell the people in your life who are contributing to the situation how much you appreciate them, taking care of money that maybe you've lost in the past, really taking good care of a home after you've had to leave a home that you really love because you know what it feels like to lose those things. And from the other side of it, it's also how we always come to forks in the road and we need to make decisions based on absolutely no experience, right? So you're in a situation, you have to make a decision on something that you've never had to deal with before. And the big thing is like, what do I do? So in these situations, if we can just have the idea in our head and have the ideology in our head that, you know what, I'm going to make a decision and I'm going to go forward. And if it's right, great. And if it's wrong, I'm just going to pivot and then make the right decision. How do we know something's wrong for us if we've never experienced it before? How do we know something's really the best thing for us if we don't know what's wrong for us? It's kind of like being able to take the two and say, this is right for me and this isn't. And how do I know that unless I've been experiencing both? And being able to go forward in a way that you're not afraid to make a decision, not afraid to do the wrong thing and take risks. I remember when I was moving up to a completely different state and I was just taking a total risk. I didn't know anybody there. I was in my late 30s and I remember somebody said to me, wow, you're doing this? Like you don't know anybody, you don't know how do you know this is gonna be right for you? And I just said, I don't know that this isn't gonna be right for me. I'm gonna find out if this is right for me. And I have found in my personal experience that anytime I've been willing to take a big risk, I've gotten a lot of rewards. It's like the universe saying, hey, you know what? You're doing this. We're supporting you. And after about 5.5, 6 years, I found the situation wasn't right for me. And I packed up all my stuff and then I moved to New York City. And then that was really right for me until it wasn't. So it's really being able to make a decision and then looking back when we want to reassess our lives and say, you know, where do I want to go next? We have a lot of experiences to draw from. We can say, well, I did this and it was great, but there were these considerations to take into account. Maybe my age has changed, maybe my relationship status has changed, maybe my financial situation has changed. Or we can look at it and say, these are the things that I don't ever want to have anything to do with. I've learned my lesson with these kinds of people. I've learned my lesson with this kind of employment. And we are able to make better decisions because of our life experience. I think the feeling of wanting to know and saying, you know, I'm going to always be happy and safe and never have to figure stuff out is really unrealistic, and also just doesn't help us grow. I think it's unrealistic to think we're going to find our space at a young age and we're going to stay in that space and everything's going to be great going forward. So the message in this video is to not be afraid to take risks, to appreciate what we have and love, because we understand when we don't have those things that we love. And if something doesn't work for us, it's okay. Just, you know what, we learn for the next time and we're not so freaked out. We know we can pivot. We know we can change things. Most things are fixable. And even if there's heartache involved, it's usually, for me, it's holding on to the expectation and just kind of knowing if we can let go of that and say, well, I just found out something else about myself, it makes it a lot easier and healthier to move on. So I just wanted to pass this message on to you. I hope this helps you in some way. If you like this video, please like and comment and subscribe if you haven't already, and pass it on to somebody else who you think might be able to get some value out of it. I hope that you continue to travel on your path, learning, growing, and loving. And until next time, thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.